Right now, 5:30, a woman's recovering this morning after officers say she was attacked with a man wielding a machete in Bell County. Fire investigators trying to figure out what caused flames to break out at a Lexington apartment complex.
7 days and still no sign of two escaped killers in upstate New York. I'm Don Champion with the very latest on the intense manhunt coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome in. I'm Rebecca Smith. Bill has the day off. The hot and humid days continue. Let's check in now with meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
And today, Rebecca, the humidity is going to increase even more than it did yesterday. That's hard to believe because it was rather uncomfortable out there during the afternoon and evening hours. Right now, Defender will remain on the quiet side until we advance into the afternoon and evening. So let's go ahead and plan your Friday. It's the end of the work week, and we're talking about the heat and humidity. We get into the afternoon. You see there at 2 o'clock, we're up to 86 degrees. A stray shower or thunderstorm possible, and then we'll peak around 88. Now, heat indices could likely come in the low 90s, though, as those humidity levels are going to be up. We'll take a closer look at all of this coming up for you in just a little bit.
Well, the Bell County woman says her psychological scars cut much deeper than her physical wounds. She's recovering after being slashed with a machete. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is joining us from our live desk with the latest on this very strange case.
Good morning, Rebecca. The victim, Irene White, says she is lucky to be alive and describes the whole ordeal as like something out of a horror movie. She says last month, 26-year-old Christopher Dixon came up to her at an apartment complex in Middlesboro and pulled out a machete. White says at first she just stood there and did not think he was going to hurt her, but then she says he began hitting her, starting with the side of her head. Police say when they got to the apartment complex, White was inside and had severe wounds from the knife attack. She says she has no idea why she was attacked. An arrest warrant was issued for Dixon a short time later, and he was soon arrested and charged with attempted murder. Recently released from the hospital, the 38-year-old now says she feels lucky to be alive and wants to make sure Dixon is not able to hurt anyone else.
He come at me and there was like, I don't know, there was nothing in his eyes, no soul, no nothing, no remorse.
White says she has about 300 staples and more than 600 stitches because of the attack, but is now recovering. Police are still trying to figure out what led to the attack. At the live desk, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
All right, thanks, Hillary. New this morning, firefighters are trying to figure out what caused a fire at a Lexington apartment complex. This one happened at East Ridge Apartments on Alumni Drive around 9:30 last night. Firefighters tell us they found shutters on fire. They were able to quickly put out the flames before they could spread inside. No one was injured. There's no word yet how it started. Well, new this morning, amazingly, no one was hurt when a gunman fired shots into a Lexington home. Officers were called out to the home on Lisa Drive around 11:30 last night. They found several bullet holes inside the house. One of the bullets actually made it inside the home. No one was hit. No arrests have been made, and a description of the suspect hasn't been released. This morning, a trench collapse in Louisville killed one man and injured another. Investigators say the two men were working on a sewer pipe along Dixie Highway when the trench collapsed on them yesterday afternoon. They were trapped under 8 feet of dirt and concrete. One of them was rescued and taken to the hospital. His condition is not known. Police say rescuers couldn't save the other man in time. There's no word on what caused the trench to collapse. Also in Louisville, investigators trying to figure out what caused the death of a 3-year-old boy. Police say the boy's mother found him unresponsive yesterday morning at a home in the Portland neighborhood. His father tried CPR, but the boy died. An autopsy is being performed to determine a cause of death, but police did not see any obvious signs of trauma or foul play. We are now 7 days into the manhunt for 2 convicted killers who used power tools to break out of a prison. CBS's John Champion reports from Katyville, New York, that authorities think they're on foot not too far from the prison.
Authorities remain focused on the town of Katyville this morning, scouring areas of dense forests and tough terrain. The latest tip has brought them within miles of the Clinton Correctional Facility where Richard Matt and David Sweat broke free.
We need to search underneath every rock and behind every tree until we locate these guys.
Sources tell CBS News dogs picked up the fugitive's scent in the area. In the woods, police discovered food wrappers, bedding, and a footprint. The scene is playing out right in Darlene Durod's front yard.
With them right in front of my house, it makes me feel a little more at ease.
Prison officials say the convicted killers used heavy tools and construction equipment to cut through a cell wall and steam pipe. Local engineer and steelworker Larry Jeffers has done work at the facility. He says the two men must have been proficient with the tools or had help.
Either they're very good at what they do with a lot of good training, or they had some very good equipment, or somebody else cut the hole for them.
Investigators say they're questioning several people, including employees at the prison, but so far no one has been charged. Don Champion, CBS News, Katyville, New York.
And there's a $100,000 reward for information leading to the men's capture. Well, there are some new fears this morning that a massive data breach into federal employees' records could be a lot bigger and much worse than was previously thought. A federal law enforcement source says the number of people affected could reach 14 million, more than 3 times as many as were initially suspected, including some FBI and CIA employees. The union says that data stolen includes social security numbers, age, military records, addresses, pay history, and more.
The precise scope of how much and what type of data has been exfiltrated is something that, again, continues to be investigated by the FBI and others.
The data breach has quickly become political. Republicans wanting the cybersecurity legislation attached to must-pass funding for the Defense Department, but the Senate blocked the move yesterday. So this is a question on a lot of folks' mind lately. Is there a spike in violent crime in Lexington during the summer months? A WKYT investigation looked into that. This week, 9 people were shot in Lexington, 3 died. We obtained documents from police for the years 2012, 2013, and 2014. In that time period, the majority of crimes that police tracked started increasing in May, stayed up through the summer, and dipped in the fall. But police say you cannot predict the rise and fall of violent crime based on the season.
Any time throughout the year you have increases that can happen on a daily basis, just depending. I mean, every day is a new day, and things can happen.
Police say nonviolent crimes do tend to go up in the summer because more people are outside. They say if you compare Lexington to cities of comparable size, it's relatively safe. They point out crime is down during the first 5 months of the year compared to the same time last year. On WKYT.com, we have an interactive month-by-month look at crime in Lexington. Well, after the string of shootings earlier this week, some folks in Lexington now looking for ways to stop the violence. Community Inspired Solutions is hosting a town hall meeting this month. Organizers hope that meeting will generate ideas to make the community safer.
If we could tackle this problem together, we would get the best results. You know, it's simple math. There's power in numbers.
The meeting will begin at 6 p.m. on Monday, June 22nd. It's being held at the Northside Library on Russell Cave Road. An Eastern Kentucky County clerk indicted in a harassment case says he's not guilty. Perry County Clerk Haven King was arraigned yesterday along with harassment. He's charged with wanton endangerment, reckless driving, menacing, stalking, unlawful imprisonment, and official misconduct. A college student claims King followed her in his car, blocked her in, and questioned why she was driving with handicapped plates. She shot video of the whole thing, which went viral. King's attorney says while what's seen in the video may not be appropriate, it's not illegal. Well, this morning you may find a very strange sight at a donut shop. Lexington police officers will be on the roof of a Krispy Kreme, and it's all for a good cause. WKYT's Mark Barber is joining us live now from the Krispy Kreme on Richmond Road.
Good morning, Rebecca. In about 20 minutes, the Krispy Kreme here on Richmond Road will open, and you will be able to swing by to grab that donut that you need to carry you into the weekend. But you will also have the opportunity here to donate to a great cause. When Krispy Kreme opens here at 6 a.m., police will start camping out on the roof of the building. Officers say that they're going to new heights for Kentucky's Special Olympics. Police will be collecting donations from customers for the Special Olympics through the fundraising event called Cops on Donut Shops. As people start stopping by for their Hot Now donuts, it will be hot out, as you were hearing Jim say just a couple minutes ago. But officers say that you can help them out. You can give them a break by giving them a donation. Now, police will be out here until 6 p.m., but if you don't have the opportunity to come by and give to this cause here, you also have a chance to do that online. You can give to the Special Olympics there. Now, we do have a link to that information posted on our website, WKYT.com. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
A good excuse to get some donuts this morning, right? It's time to check live drive traffic. Let's see what is happening out there on our Waze map. Live drivers tell us there are a couple of backups along I-75 southbound that is cleared for now. There are also some trouble spots near Red Mile Road, which looks to have cleared as well. You can also be a live driver. Download our Waze app on WKYT.com. Really does come in handy a lot of times out there on the roads. Well, there is still a whole lot more to come this morning. These kids always deliver. After the break, we'll show you what it takes to become a mailbox jumper.
And we are going to watch the humidity levels jump very high today. Very uncomfortable stuff coming your way. We'll take a closer look in just a few minutes.